All right, welcome back to Now or Never's Cavino and Rich. We welcome the big man, Ryan Hollins.
There he is.
Here.
Yo,
what's up, bro? NBA mid-season awards.
Now or never! Now or never!
Bro, can you believe we're halfway through the NBA season already, man?
I can't believe it. It's gone too fast.
goodness.
It's barely even started.
Seriously.
I know. We're wondering, like, are these teams clicking? And we're thinking, well, we're halfway there. We should start seeing it, right?
You should see it about now. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start out. These are your mid-season awards. Most improved player, are we looking at Ingram or are we looking at Devonte Graham?
There isn't even a question here. The most improved player in the NBA is not Brandon Ingram, it's Devonte Graham.
Wow.
Nobody expected Devonte Graham to be what he is. He hit a couple game winners this year. He's averaging about 17 per. And when they signed Terry Rozier, you thought he would be coming in for Kemba Walker. And no, it has been Devonte Graham. Now, Brandon Ingram's been special.
Yeah,
Keep in mind,
he just hit a game winner.
he had it, listen, and 49 points. But guess what? Brandon Ingram was the second pick in the draft. We expected this, and the Pelicans are struggling.
And he's got a bad knee, too, though, so he's doing that a little hurt. Got to give him some props.
Yeah, no. And Ingram's coming along. It's tough when there's not so many teammates around him, but he's getting a lot of opportunity with Zion Williamson.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does that pan out? How do they mesh together with Zion debuting?
Well,
Good for Ingram?
Those were the questions with Brandon Ingram. Can he be the main guy on a winning basketball team? The last 2 seasons he had in Los Angeles, they had a losing record. He never won. And Devonte Graham, I don't want to say they're necessarily winning, but they're doing better than the Pelicans. So yet to see 2 great young players, but nobody expected this out of Graham.
Okay, cool.
How about better comeback story, Melo or Dwight Howard?
Listen, by far, we love what Dwight Howard's doing, but this is all about Carmelo Anthony. Here's the reality. People question whether Carmelo Anthony should even be in the NBA. He missed about 1.5 years of basketball, and his name and his game were smeared through the entire league. You could ask Mike D'Antoni, ask the Thunder. It was ugly from our Carmelo and his legacy. As far as Dwight Howard just had personality issues. None of his teammates liked him. No organizations were speaking well of him. And he has really revamped everything about him, and he's back to having fun.
Yeah, clicking again.
I mean, the 2 questions I was going to ask you sort of answered. Carmelo averaging about 16, shooting percentage the same. So was it proven that, he still had it all along?
You know what? We all imagined Carmelo being a guy off the bench who could score a little bit, got in the occasional post-up. Well, he came right into Portland as a starter. He hit a game winner the other night, so he's far exceeded expectations.
Do you think Dwight Howard has more impact on his team, though, or no?
Dwight Howard is playing his role to perfection. And
he said
he won. Yes, true. But the question would he?
Yeah.
We had it in Washington. We had it in Charlotte. You couldn't get it in these other places. And Dwight Howard now is making things happen in his role.
And props to him for redeeming himself in L.A. as a Laker.
Man, there are a lot of Laker fans that didn't want him,
Right.
and now they love him. They can't get enough of him. So hats off to Dwight Howard. Couldn't be happier for him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Don't even. Kavino doesn't even wear hats to take off. It messes up his hair. Mid-season MVP, Hollins. Are we going with Luka or Giannis?
Fellas, hold on. This list, Luka Doncic is special. Understand, he's arguably the most skilled 20-year-old we have ever seen. You can argue that he's better than Magic Johnson. Yes, Magic Johnson. I know. Listen, I know at 20 years old, Magic Johnson jumped center. He was historical. But Luka Doncic is by far the most skilled. Everything he does, we love him. But Giannis Antetokoumpo is the MVP of the NBA. He leads the league in efficiency. Milwaukee's only lost 6 games. We can't even count on our hands how many games they lost. And he's off to another special season. And we'll see if it carries on through the playoffs.
Wait, some people just fell off their chair. Are you sure you said Luka's better than Magic Johnson?
Listen, we can argue. We may be able to argue. I don't know if he's going to jump center in the NBA Finals, okay?
I'm just making sure. I thought I heard something.
Listen, Luka's exceeded expectations. LeBron James was not that skilled at 20 years old. He could jump, he could run, he didn't have the jump shot. But the things Luka's doing, guys, we've never seen them before. Am I wrong? We've never seen anything like Luka.
It's great to see.
Now, Hollins, you played in the NBA for like a decade. What do you think of numbers when you see people saying LeBron's numbers are even not what Luka's done thus far? Can you really look at the numbers and make a case?
Well, you have to think about LeBron's playoff runs. You have to think how early LeBron was playing in an NBA Finals and competing. Now, a lot of people knock him because he laid an egg against the Spurs. He laid an egg against the Mavericks, so to speak. And it took a process for LeBron to become LeBron. But Luka Doncic is coming to the NBA as a ready-made product. I was talking to NBA execs earlier tonight, and they said, none of them could have expected that Luka would be what he is. They knew he'd be good, solid, good tenure pro, great guy, but nobody knew or expected Luka would be what he is.
Soon. So scary to see where it's going to go, yeah.
All right, how about this one? Better Westbrook. The three-pointer miss versus Portland, or when he was talking smack to Dame and then missed the free throw. Take a listen.
Westbrook trying to back down Lillard and draws the foul. That's going to be the third against Dame. Westbrook shaking his head saying he can't guard me down there. Can't guard me, you hear him. Do you think Russ remembers last year at OKC, that long jumper that Dame hit?
Oh, that didn't go as planned. So more embarrassing, a better Westbrook moment, that or just missing the three right here?
I would say the three clearly is more embarrassing. It was a swagger taking three-pointer, my little brother Russell Westbrook. But him telling Damian Lillard that he can't guard him, Russell Westbrook would tell the entire league that they can't guard him. That could have been Shaquille O'Neal. That could be Kawhi Leonard under the basket. He's going to say he can't guard him. And he and Dame Lillard have a bit of a beef that's gone on since he knocked the Thunder out the playoffs with the dagger shot, the, come get me Dame time last season. So there's something going on. But Westbrook, listen, little brother ain't scared of nobody.
When you're saying a foul's a bucket, and you're trash talking like that, don't you have to hit the bucket?
Oh, man.
You do. I think you do.
You got to at that point.
Well, what's tough is Dame has won this battle in the sense that as far as the play and the execution on the court, Portland won the game. Last season, OKC was knocked out the playoffs, and Damian Lillard had historic numbers. He had arguably the greatest game winner, career-ending shot, or at least season-ending shot that we had ever seen, fellas.
All right, how about this one? Let's end on this. Worst take. Kyrie on how he talked about his teammates on the Nets, or Kuzma and letting him and his trainer talk about LeBron. And what's the worst take of the year so
how
far?
he talked about how he talked about some of his teammates and left out the others.
Yeah, I guess so. What do you think?
So Kyrie Irving, what disappoints me here, and I love Kyrie, I played with him, is that he was fussing about LeBron James for doing the same thing. LeBron James goes out and puts his foot in his mouth and says, guys, we need another point guard on the team. And Kyrie's like, am I not the point guard? Well, Kyrie, you're doing the same thing to your team.
Yeah.
And I got to give the take to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. And I know LeBron isn't the coach, he isn't the GM, whatever you want to call it, but you never take a dump on the best player you played with. Ultimately, I never said anything about Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Mike Conley, Mark Gasol. Any of these guys I played with, it was career suicide, and I attribute it to Kyle Kuzma having never played on a winning team in the NBA. He's been the top dog in LA for the last 2 years. Yeah. He bit off a little more than he could chew, fellas.
Who's the people's champ?
Is it Alex Caruso or is it Tacko Fall?
Well, fellas, if we're going to talk about the people's champ, Tacko Fall is special. You always love your big guys, George Ramirez-san, Manute Bowles, and he's more athletic than both of them. You've seen him throw down dunks. The fans have been enamored by him. But listen, Alex Caruso is the people's champ. Rich. This is like you slam dunking on the floor.
You know what?
He has a look.
Wait, are you saying my hairline's not on point?
Yes. No, I'm not saying you don't have a hairline. I'm not saying you use topics. No. But seriously, Alex Caruso without the hairline looks like the everyday guy.
Right.
Dunking, like, how's he doing it?
Wow, I'm surprised you didn't go with the big guy. I thought you were going to be the biased one here.
I just think that nobody believes Alex Caruso can jump like he does, and he does it.
All right. He's the people's champ.
Here I thought 7-footers stuck together.
No.
I was way wrong.
Both guys do.
Oh, man.